Everybody, today we're talking about cars. That's right. Get excited. Cars are coming to Rust Console Edition. That's right. For the PlayStation 4, the Xbox One, next generations, and everything in between. And I am Jade Monkey.
When it comes to updates on Rust Console, everybody knows pretty much who Jade Monkey is, and one of his videos in particular crept on my recommended page for YouTube with the title "Cars Are Coming to Rust Console." Now, does this even make sense? Because we had just gotten horses. That's the most recent update that we've gotten to the game, and they're still fixing the bugs for that. So why would it make sense for them to then work on cars after we've had just one transport update? You can go watch his video, and it does post some very valid points, and here are my thoughts on that. In the video, he talks about pathways and the fact that Junkyard is going to be coming to the game, which is true. We did see them accidentally leak, or by obvious terms, they probably did it on purpose, just to let everybody know that this is going to be coming to the game. And that obviously ties in with cars. Jade Monkey also posts a little glitch screenshot from Hustle World talking about armored vehicles, or in this instance, we're talking about cars, which could well be true. D11 are known to, post stuff like this. I mean, they've done Junkyard, they've done Power Plant. They've dropped those two monuments and say by accident, so they're known to drop these sorts of things without knowing and then having to fix it. Now, Hustle World shared this screenshot on Jade Monkey's video. Now, this well could be true, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's true. However, it could also easily be Photoshop manipulated. Jade Monkey then also shares a screenshot of D11 survey with nuclear missile silo, modular cars, new gun sounds, bigger maps, in brackets 4K, more weapons, caves, community servers. Now, whilst all those things they could be looking into to add into the game, there's no way I can see everybody clicking this link in the Discord to then go and vote for cars just after we have gotten horses. Like, we have more chance of people voting for minis and scrap helis rather than cars. It just doesn't make sense to me. And as well, the map size that I brought up with minis and scraps. Why do we need cars on a 3.5 km map? To me, we needed horses. That needed to be the first transportation, or somewhat of a transportation system in the game, whether it be cars or horses first. We needed that because it did get tiring running everywhere, but to then add cars nearby just where horses have been added, it doesn't really add up. However, the point is that they did post Junkyard in one of the newer updates on PTB by accident to then quickly remove it. And the last time they did that was with Power Plant, and Power Plant is now in the game just a short month or two after. They also shared Power Plant at the start of the game, if you don't remember, and quickly took that out as well. What is also interesting with the screenshot of the D11 survey is the fact that they had new gun sounds, and we're going to look into each of these individually. I did post a TikTok of what the guns obviously look like, but with the PC sounds and how it would look and sound, and it was pretty interesting to see that D11 have added this to their survey. So obviously it's something that they're looking into, seeing if the community wants it as well. In my opinion, I do think some guns sound better than others. I think a lot of the Rust Console sounds for guns sound sharp and just doesn't feel nice on the ear, whereas some of the PC sounds, or guns in particular, do sound alright. Bigger maps is obviously something that we all want, because with bigger maps becomes more populated servers. We're talking at 150, 125, or even up to 200. But if we're going to have more transportation systems like trains and cars, which we have Train Yard and now we might be getting Junkyard, we're going to need bigger maps, because there's no way with all the monuments we have in this game right now that they can then play around with transportation systems in the 3.5 km maps and for it to just not crash. The maps to me just seem a little too small for more transportation systems. I think horses is just right for the game at this moment in time. When you upgrade and bump the size of the maps up to 4K, up to 5K, that's when you can start adding these more transportation systems and ways to get around the map. More weapons, we're talking about the LMG and the burst fire rate pistol that is also in PC Rust. I think that's called the Glock. Caves is something people want because of mill tunnels, and caves has been proven to be a problem for D11 when trying to add this into the maps, because it's a new terrain, a brand new terrain that they're going to have to work on. That will obviously pose problems in the developing aspect. But mill tunnels is one of the most sought after monuments that people want within this game, and I'm surprised it's not actually in this survey, or whether there could be more options down below this screenshot that Jade just hasn't shown. But it's surprising to see that mill tunnels isn't there, and maybe if they then made caves a possibility, and then if not a thing on PTB to then come to main branch, they would then progress onto mill tunnels, which would be cool. Community servers, I mean, how many times do I have to cover this, and how many times does everyone have to basically type on their keyboard, open their mouths on the mic and say, we want community servers? It is the most asked thing on this game, period. Now we know we're going to get it at the end of the year. What time at the end of the year? I do not know. It could be December 25th, just in time for Christmas, or it could be the 1st of January, who knows. But yeah, those are my thoughts on the newest Jade Monkey video, because he did post about cars, and I just thought to myself, I cannot see this being a possibility, not yet anyway. And of course, we're just trying to catch up to PC with all these updates, and D11 are trying their best by the looks of things. However, I just cannot see cars coming in the next couple of months, especially into the new year, unless they make bigger maps. But the thing is there's a backlog of stuff that people want. First, you've got community servers, which obviously are coming out. You then want bigger maps, especially with community servers. Once you got bigger maps and community servers on the go, and then higher pop servers, then you can look into more transportation systems, which is the point I'm getting at, with cars not becoming a thing until that stuff happens. However, I could have totally missed the ballpark here and got it wrong, but I could also be on the money. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. And looking at what they supplied in the D11 survey, what would you pick if you were in charge of what was to come next for Rust Console? As always, see you in the next one.